Hi there, welcome to Town Matters, recorded at the BCTV studios in Brattleboro, Vermont. This podcast is to update you on current issues happening in Brattleboro town government. I'm John Potter, the town manager and your host on Town Matters. Today, I'll give you a brief summary of what happened at the regular Select Board meeting on Tuesday, June 20th. We only had 2 items on the consent agenda, and they were both approved, a second-class liquor license and a project bid award for the 250 Bird Street floodplain restoration project. Under new business, the Select Board first approved 4 3-year collective bargaining agreements with the town's labor unions, police, fire, public works, and IUOE Local 98. It was noted that these contracts will result in additional salary expenses above what RTM passed in March by $165,000 over the budgeted amount for all 4 contracts. Next, the board authorized a 4% cost of living adjustment for all non-union employees for fiscal year 2024. With employee pay resolved, the board opened public hearings on 2 Vermont Community Development Program projects for their closeouts. The first project was the 2019 Scattered Site Grant that was done with Wyndham and Windsor Housing Trust, and the second was the 5460 South Main Street project with Groundworks Collaborative. The following items were the monthly financial report and the EMS update. The board heard an update from Dr. Storn on medical oversight of the town emergency services. From EMS update to EMS transition, one of the big topics of discussion at the June 20th meeting was an update on EMS public engagement, on the contracted EMS option, and the municipal EMS option. The bulk of discussion was about startup expenses for the municipal approach, estimated between $1.3 and $1.9 million. There was discussion regarding financing, including a potential bond vote, the use of ARPA funds, and interest costs. The range in cost would generally be based on the makeup of the acquired ambulance fleet. If anyone has thoughts on the analysis for this project, they are invited to submit comments at any Select Board meeting or to email us at emsfeedback@brattleboro.org. After EMS, the board considered the possibility of acquiring modern financial software to improve town budgeting, accounting, and asset management. Several department heads spoke to the value of an improved financial platform, and the board voted 5-0 to acquire the OpenGov product. And the board closed out the night approving a fiscal year 24 utility fund budget and parking fund budget, doing a first reading on a reduction to utility rates, and the appointment of a number of citizens to town boards and committees. Now, what's coming up for the Select Board in July? There is a special meeting on Tuesday, July 11th, and it has some significant issues that you may want to weigh in on. At 5:30 p.m., the board will do committee interviews for the Development Review Board and the Tree Advisory Committee appointments. The meeting will convene at 6:15 p.m., and there is a lengthy consent agenda. This is done to reduce the overall meeting time, but remember, anyone can request the board pull a consent item to discussion under new business during the public comment period, which should be around 6:25 p.m. The consent items for July 11th include a bid award for capital paving, a ditching project, cruiser upfits, and for propane. There are 3 grants that will be considered: an energy efficiency block grant, an ARPA pretreatment grant, and an Accept Better Roads grant. There is also an item for a memorandum of understanding with the Vermont River Conservancy for the 250 Bird Street floodplain restoration, possible biosolids study, and finally a third-class liquor license for the Heart Rose Club. Following consent, the board will take up the second reading of the utility rate reduction, so please let the board know if you have any input on utility rates. Under new business, the board will be asked to approve property tax rate based on the RTM budget. They will then consider and hear a report on the Select Board retreat and be asked to confirm their goals for the year. Then the board will take up an agenda item on a path forward process for community safety, and we'll be looking at several options for processes moving forward on that item. Staff will next give a housing plan update, and there will be a first public hearing on land use amendments related to housing. So if housing is on your mind, please tune in. Finally, the board will make committee appointments to close out this special meeting on July 11th. So that's our update for early July. Lots of interesting topics going on. Thank you for joining us. Please let us know what you're thinking by coming to a select board meeting, or you can email us at townmatters@brattleboro.org. Talk with you again soon.